Hey Bill Zell, so I promised you a video concerning the running gear. The rudder port that you see here above my finger, we went to install that in the hole that was originally drilled in the bottom of the boat. And the first thing that happened is that bracket that you see on the center stake was, it holds the top of the rudder, and the hole did not line up with the bracket. As a matter of fact, the hole was too far back, I believe, and we couldn't get the rudder up in the bracket, and it was too far over to one side as well. Basically, the hole in the bracket didn't line up. So well, that wasn't the first thing. The very first thing is that the rudder port had to be, the keel was a little bit thin, and the rudder port, which you can see the bottom of right here above the rudder where my finger is, it stuck down here like an extra inch. So we had to have some distance taken off of the rudder port in a machine shop. So then we put the rudder port back in place, and we discovered that the brackets didn't line up. All right, and then the other thing, I'm going to go back down to the bottom. When to keep this boat from wanting to turn right all the time and have pressure on your steering wheel, typically the way it's supposed to be done is the rudder is offset from the shaft. So you can see that in the picture. Our shaft's over to the right-hand side of this rudder, and about a 1 inch, 3/4 to 1 inch offset is typical and correct. And the hole, of course, in the keel was drilled center instead of offset. And you can look at the old holes up here that have been plugged, and you can see how far we moved that over to do that correctly. So basically we did this job. Well, we started to do the job 3 times. We stopped short of doing the job. When we found our problems, we immediately stopped and regrouped and figured it out, and so on and so forth. But anyway, so that was kind of part of our hassle. That's a good portion of the hassle that we've had with the running gear. The engine install is essentially finished, and as you can see, the wiring is essentially finished. We do have, you see some wires hanging on the dash. We do have a few more to connect, probably a half a day's worth of work. Also, on the wiring, we included the installation of the blower and the bilge pump. They were actually separate line items when we did our estimates. So we had all that stuff up together. We're actually within a few bucks, as I recall, of the estimate on the wiring. So I'm going to be sending out, since we're essentially complete, I'm going to be sending that information out, that invoice out for you. Let's see. Oh, here's the location for your blower right here. It actually will blow out right here behind the front seat. So it'd be actually pretty convenient for the driver to put his nose back here. The taller you are, the more convenient, obviously, but you might have to bring, actually come back around, put your nose here and see if you got any gasoline fumes under your engine hatch. Here's your bilge pump discharge. There's a little wet, where the caulk was wet around that we can clean off. It cleans up by water, polishes right out. Let's see. Oh yeah, here's your old back seat frame. And I'll take it and show you the new back seat frame. Then the old back seat frame was made out of pine, and we talked about what do we want to use on the new. I've got a sample here of some stains for a whole other boat. But at any rate, so here's the new back seat frame. Got a little dust on it already, but we're going to be reusing, as per our discussion, the cedar, and that'll be stained blonde. We did get the information from the other restorer as to what stain he used. Whoops. and that's not the other one. But anyway, so we're going to be using cedar for those. We had made them out of mahogany, and that's when we discovered that it had the blonde stain, and to match the blonde stain that's on the inside of the boat, we would have to use cedar. So we'll be sending you an invoice for that as well. Let's see, what else have we done? At any rate, just wanted to give you that update, and running gear's done, so we'll be sending an invoice for that as well. And I'll do a little comparison in the email as to where we were cost-wise versus estimate-wise. It seemed like there was something else I was going to show you, but it escapes me right now. On the wiring. Yeah, the wiring, I think we're pretty close to budget, and we even built battery boxes, which we normally don't have to build when we rewire a boat. And up here, this actually a ventilating hole that hadn't been cut in yet, and so we took care of those issues as well while we were in the process of getting it wired. Okay, I think that's everything. If I remember something else, I'll put it in the email. Thank you.